Hi everyone, it's time for this week's edition of the Roar Report. We are looking at the week of September the 19th through the 23rd, and we're going to just start right away with sports. Volleyball has a busy week. They have two activities or two games. Monday, September the 19th, they are playing over the hill in Scappoose and they depart at 1:30. Then on Wednesday, September the 21st, they have their first home game here against Seaside. 7th graders play across the street at East School and 8th graders play here in our gym. B teams start at 4 o'clock and A teams go immediately following that. That's usually around 5. Then football has their first home game this week too. That is Monday the 19th. If you're a football parent, we are doing things a little bit differently this year. You're probably used to going over to the high school to watch the games, but that's not happening because the high school athletic complex is completely under construction. So all of our football games will be here at the junior high this year, and we're starting them earlier in the day. 7th grade game starts right at 3 o'clock, and then 8th grade starts at 4:15. You might be wondering why we're starting so early, and honestly, the answer is pretty easy. We don't have great lighting for night games like the high school does. We actually want you to be able to come and see your players. So 3 o'clock for 7th grade and 4:15 for 8th grade. And then on Thursday, September the 22nd, our cross country team has the Tillamook Invitational, and that happens right here at the junior high. If you've never been to a cross country event, I would really encourage you to get out and watch it. They're super inspirational. Everybody's always clapping for each other. You feel really good about, I don't know, the world, life, after watching a cross country meet. I usually feel really good because I know I'm not the one running. But it's fun. I would encourage you to be here. It starts at 4 o'clock behind the building, and you should check it out. So, big week in sports. All of our teams have their first home events this week. We'd love to see you at least at least one of those. Other things happening in the building, we have our language arts department putting on a book tasting this week, and that's just kind of a fancy way of introducing students to different genres of books in the library. So we shut down the library Monday through Wednesday, and each table in the library has a different genre of books at it, and we walk kids through all of them. Maybe if you're traditionally a nonfiction reader, you might learn a little bit about poetry or graphic novels this week. Really, the point of this is to get kids, to be a little bit more knowledgeable about what we offer in the library and to just open up some horizons on what's available to them. And I have to say, the junior high library is just top shelf. It's amazing. We have the best library, and we like to have kids in there actually accessing it. Other things happening, we have a band instrument rental night happening on September the 21st from 6 to 8 p.m. here in our band room. And I know Mr. Lee sent out information to band families. You don't have to come to the rental night here at the school. If you get online and go to Beacock Music, you can rent your band instrument there if you're just like, man, I don't want to have one more night out. One thing I would encourage you to do is to make sure that Mr. Lee and your student have talked about the instrument that you will be renting. We really do try to find a little balance. It's very difficult to have an ensemble band if you have 75 flutes and, one trumpet. So before you rent, make sure that you know what your student and Mr. Lee have discussed. And if you'd like help with that, just come on in, and representatives from Beacock will be here Wednesday night, September the 21st from 6 to 8 in our band room. On Friday then, we have our first dance of the year, the red, black, and white dance. It's super fun. This is what all the kids, when they come across the street from East School to their first year of junior high, are always looking forward to. There are a few things to know about our dances. This one goes from 3:15 to 5. We really ask that you're on time to pick up your kids. Students have to have all passing grades and classes. C's or better to be able to attend. They have to have been in school that day, so you can't miss school and then come to the dance that evening. And it does cost to get in. It's $5 with a student ID card, $8 without, and concessions will be available. This is a fundraiser for our fall athletics. So you will see coaches from football, volleyball, and cross country there chaperoning. And then finally on Saturday, the 24th, there's a community event called the Kermesse that is happening at the high school. This is a really amazing way that some parents in the community have chosen to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. And if you love amazing food and dance and art and culture, you should head over to the Kermesse because that is at Tillamook High School cafeteria starting at 3:30 in the afternoon. I believe it goes to about 7 o'clock at night. It's great. The food is unbelievable. And now, for the first time ever on a Roar Report, we have a guest with us today. So I'd like to welcome Mr. Owens, who's been really patiently waiting in the background over here. There's Mr. Owens, our social studies teacher, and he has some important information to share with you. Hello, Mr. Owens.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me on as a guest speaker on the Roar Report show.
First one ever.
Right, it's very prestigious. Well, there's something we've been working on at the junior high for a while, and I'm really excited about this. At the end of the school year, our 8th grade students have a chance to travel to Washington, D.C. and New York City for 5 days.
That is so cool. I'm hoping that I get to go too.
Yeah, I love that. Absolutely. We'll need too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of questions. There's lots of moving parts to this. Hopefully the 8th grade students brought back their first formal invitations for this trip during this week. And our very first parent meeting is scheduled for next week on Tuesday. So that's the 20th at 6 o'clock at the school library. So parents, please come. It's next Tuesday on the 20th, 6 o'clock in the school library, and I will be there to answer questions. I'll have a little short presentation. I'll go over everything on the trip that I have at this point. So
it's not, so I'm just clarifying, it's not a commitment that you're going if you attend on the 20th. It's just a informational figure out if you want to go.
Yeah, like a Q&A.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's an exciting thing. I hope everyone out there is looking forward to this. This is an opportunity for 8th grade students only. So this is for 8th grade parents. We're hoping that, I'm pretty sure this is going to be amazing and that we get to offer it again next year for our current 7th graders. So, all right, folks. Thank you for listening. It is a great day to be a Lion.